Okay, so here we will learn how to do walking in the flipper clip animation. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is start by creating the character who's going to be walking. And what we're going to do is just very quickly draw a fella. And he's going to have arm in his pocket. He's going to have top of his body like that. Okay, so and what we're going to do is we're going to have him walking. First of all, we're going to have him walking just as though, so he's stationary and the background's passing him, and then we're going to make him move across the screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I've got clone last frame selected. When I long press the next frame, so down here, I make sure that that's selected, and then I'm going to copy him into 6 frames. And then on the first frame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a foot, his left foot to be precise, and his right leg going up like that. On the next frame, his foot is going to be like that, and his right leg is going to be just about touching the ground. On the next frame after that, his left leg will be up in the air like that, and his right leg will be taking his weight. Frame 4, his right leg is going to be the one that's ready to take his weight. Oops. While his right leg is passing. And frame 5, his right leg is going to be the one that's passed, while his left leg is ready right leg is ready to take his weight. And then frame 6, his left leg is the one that's taking all the weight again. We're kind of back to the beginning, except just going to have his right leg just showing, because if you remember in the first frame we had his left leg taking all his weight and his right leg over here somewhere. Okay, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out of that, and we're going to go over here and we're going to go to preview mode, and you can see that it looks as though he's walking, which is quite cool, but he's not really walking anywhere unless he's on a treadmill. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop that, and we're going to go back to frame 2, assuming that he's starting off from the right of the screen here. So we're going to frame 2, I'm going to use the lasso tool over here, and then we're going to lasso him, and where we're going to move him to is just down here where his left foot, his left toes would be, so that it looks as though he's pushing off from his left foot. Okay, on to frame 3, still on lasso mode. I'm going to change it so that He's still in the same position. Frame 4, again. Lasso mode. It all goes on his foot position, so down here where his foot is, that's where you have to find your next anchor point. This one here is lifting off from his right foot, and this one here he's put his left foot back down and he's over there. Okay, so let's see how that looks. So you can see it's kind of jerky, but we haven't spent a lot of time creating it. But it doesn't look very good because it keeps going back to the very beginning. So we'll stop that. We'll go to the frame viewer and you can see all the frames that we've made. So what we're going to do is select all of them, copy all of them, and then paste all of them after the original one. And we're going to paste again after, so we've got 18 frames, yeah. And then we'll paste again just for good measure. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll behave as though frame 7 is actually the next position that he's walked into. So we've got the lasso tool. We're going to lasso him. Oops. I'm going to move him across there like that. Same for frame 8. And you can see, because we've got onion skin switched on over here, because we've got the onion skin mode switched on, if we switch it off we can't see where the last position is, so we don't know where we are. Put onion skin back on and we can see where we're supposed to be working from. That's 8, 9. There we go. 10. 11. 12. 13. And you can see we're just moving it to the position where his feet are here, so we can see his left foot doesn't change on this one. Oops. There we go. And you can see that we're moving across the screen here quite nicely. We may not need all these frames that I've added. We'll get him to walk off the edge of the screen, I think. By the time we use all 24 frames. He could be walking off the edge of the screen. You can see how quickly it is once you use the copy and paste function. Sorry, the lasso function. Just to move the character around the screen, it makes working an awful lot quicker. If you work in frame view mode and copy and paste and then use the character use the lasso tool to move the character around the screen. It makes it an awful lot quicker. So there we are, so that's the last frame done. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go to preview mode. And you can see that we've got the character moving across the screen. Very nicely. It almost looks realistic as well. So there. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you an insight into how you can make the characters walk quite realistically with only 6 frames to begin with. If you remember, use all the tools at your disposal. You use the copy and paste of the frame viewer and the lasso tool to get the character to move across the screen. Until the next one, I'll see you then.